Welcome to Fat Talk Radio. Tonight we're talking about
what is a whore?
What is a whore? That is the topic for the evening, and not to be confused with what is a sex worker. Completely different things. Some sex workers are whores. Some whores are sex workers, but they're not necessarily two of the same thing.
Not mutually exclusive.
Not mutually exclusive. Thank you. I know lots of lawyers that are fucking whores, and photographers. They have to pimp their shit out all the time. I think whoring is kind of more synonymous with hustling and selling your and manipulating. I don't think it's
it has to be derogatory
or negative in any way, because
in a negative context,
there are basically the two kinds of people out there: those who hustle every day to get their whatever their wares are, their services are, whether you're somebody who paints houses or does art, or you're a massage therapist, you're selling yourself. You're selling your abilities to give someone some form of pleasure. And that's, to me, that's kind of basically what a whore is.
Goods and services.
Not a negative.
Shameless advertising. I mean, okay, so let's look at examples of how we use the word whore in modern context, right? So traditionally, the whore is this woman. It's always a woman, right? It's a derogatory term. Biblically speaking, it's a derogatory term for women who find independence through using their bodies and services and, quote, manipulate these manipulatable menfolk into giving them money for their sexual favors, right? But
Yes.
also the whore is an attention whore, which is also generally a woman.
Yes.
The whore is a camera whore. The whore is, she's a woman who wants attention for herself, and whether or not it's attention that she intends on getting from men, it's perceived that she's looking for, she's acting for the male gaze, right?
Yes.
And in this way, the word whore in its derogatory sense, is
In a self-satisfying sense.
It's a self-satisfying
As opposed
thing
to-
because she wants it because she's dirty and she's not worthy of these good, like, esteemed things like the housewife, who is indeed in fact a whore.
Absolutely.
She's even bared children for
Her master.
her master, or this man who says,
Yes.
"Oh, you have to have sex with me, you have to eat, you have to do these things, in order for you to be able to continue living." And
he's paying all of her livelihood and her bills in exchange for her raising his children, and
she's considered virginal.
Yeah, that's
Right,
considered
and upright, no, and good. But the whore on the streetwalker, the prostitute, she's not considered good and upright because she doesn't bear children for that, master patriarchal figurehead.
There's a surrogate whore.
There is a surrogate whore.
That is her service. She fucks a man and has his baby, and he pays her a lot of money. Is that not a whore? I mean, that's pretty hoary to me. But so it sounds like as far as like sex goes, the difference between being a whore and not a whore is the length of your contractual agreement.
And also how many people you have that contractual agreement with. I mean, the whore on the street can have that agreement with as many people as she likes. She has bodily autonomy and she can make her own decisions regarding who she fucks.
Yes.
But the whore in the home,
She's made a contract to fuck only that one man.
that one person.
So it's a lifetime contract.
It's a lifetime contractual
It's like a daily
obligation
or
that,
hourly
in which case, if it is broken, she does not gain from it. I mean, she does. She gets the children and half the house. But there's, traditionally pre-turn of the 20th century, the woman in the home, if she were to be abandoned by her husband, she would starve to death. Her family would not take care of her. The church would not accept her.
She has not. She's shunned by the church, and she's made the agreement to do this instead of taking a career for herself.
And it's likely that her husband left her because she didn't keep him interested in it, right? The stigma around a woman who's been divorced is, oh, you couldn't keep your man happy enough because you didn't get, good enough head.
Yes.
And it's absolutely insane because then that completely, removes the concept of love and loving from this contractual obligation that she has been signed into, whether or not she was able to consent to it, right? Because historically women were sold off in this manner prior to being able to even have children. It was the second they were bleeding 2 days later, it's like, well, honey, you're bleeding out your cunt. I'm about to send you back to a man right now and make about 12 babies, and 3 of them are going to survive. And you better be really good at sitting on your knees and sucking. And that was sort of the state of affairs. Thankfully, we've had a lot of progression, but now that we see the word whore is still stigmatized in this way, we've moved it on to discussing, the attention whore, the young teenage girl who's pretty and wants to show off how cute she is to her friends on the internet.
Yes.
Right? And in this way, she's,
Thank you.
And there's no contractual obligation. She's not actually gaining anything from it. And in that context, and I've thought about this actually to some extent, I've been thinking about the whore as a woman who gives away for her own pleasure and doesn't actually ask for anything in exchange.
That's
the attention whore just gives it away, right? She wants you to look at her, but she doesn't even need that. She just gives it away, right? A slut,
slut gives it away and wants nothing in return.
Yeah.
She's getting her own pleasure out
of it. But the conflating slut and whore, oftentimes, whenever you hear it used in the common vernacular. At least that's what I've been perceiving. Sorry, guys. I'll just ramble about this to myself for like an hour.
Well, good. We have an hour to ramble. Joel. I'm gonna go grab your ginger ale.
Oh, shucks.
Mr.
Wait. Yeah. It's just.
Yeah,
what a man.
I feel like a boring.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. I'll do all your other drugs, but that alcohol stuff.
Yes, but that's a good drug.
Whores do. Crack whores.
Crack whore. There you go.
Crack whores. I love a good crack whore.
Very interesting people.
I've met a few.
I would love to take my man on the street. I have this microphone plugs into my cell phone, and I can just go and do like interviews on the street. I'd love to go and just
hang out. Dude, there's some right down the street here on 16th and Mission.
Yeah. I
see tons of them.
And somebody asked if I sucked his dick.
And there's even more like in the neighborhood where I work.
What do you mean?
Yeah, I was talking to this guy in Oakland who said that he was making money. A little sidetracking here. He was taking Epsom salt. Putting it in little bags and selling it to the crackheads on Mission. And I said, dude, you're gonna get killed. You're not gonna be able to walk down the street next time you do that. And he said, I've already done it like 3 or 4 times. They keep smoking it, thinking they're getting high. They're so fucking burnt out. They don't even know. And they keep buying more. Yeah, I know. That's kind of shitty.
I mean, it reminds me of the time that, you hear the stories about kids like smoking banana peels and oregano. Right? That one time in like 7th grade, you bought that bag of oregano, like you got an oval of it?
Yeah. Or dill weed. Because weed was weed, and somebody saw dill weed, and
they sell weed in the grocery store, yo.
The whole banana peel smoking thing was a joke in the 60s. Yeah. Somebody put out there just to,
Jacob.
And everybody started.
I know. Do you remember Jacob?
Jacob
is great. No sarcasm here. Don't do this at home. Actually, do it. I'd like to hear the stories.
No, this is really
Jacob. It didn't. It actually, it has happened, but it never did initially happen. So you defecate into a balloon, or actually defecate into a bottle or a container, and then you allow it to ferment.
Okay.
And then you fill a balloon with the methane gas that has been expelled from this, and then you huff that. And dude, I totally sound like my dead grandma. It was crazy. So Fox News picked this up in Idaho or something, and this cop, the sheriff's real serious about Jacob. Kid out there talking about all sorts of. It was you can look at it's on Know Your Meme. You can look it up. You can look JENKUM. Jacob.
So it's an online joke. It's not.
Yeah. These people did it because
people did really do it.
But no, the funny thing is I had when I worked at when I worked somewhere, they had a cop come in to do drug awareness. He told us about that, and I busted up laughing when he mentioned it because nobody else knew what it was. He's like, "Oh, you do this?" I'm like, "I can't even believe you're talking about this right now."
So I have a question: if our crack whore was seeing a John, and let's say she's riding him, and then she just busts out a bag of Jacob, what sort of social implications would that have? You know.
That's a dirty word.
That is a dirty whore.
Really poor people that did it, but yeah.
Well, yeah, it was supposed to be like poor African kids. Oh, we're not racist, but
I heard it was like in
Not racist,
mid-states. Like
mid-state.
poor
We're not-
rednecks.
we don't hate rednecks, but
Yeah.
apparently they love Jacob. I'm talking nothing's not going to hurt you much. Because you're bored.
Paint huffers.
Paint huffers.
Yeah.
I remember when I was a kid, I did a lot of hitchhiking, and I'd go to these little Midwestern towns. There was always that group of kids that had gold lips and teeth.
Oh, yeah.
That was the
yeah.
color of choice. Spray the red dye.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was. Oh, you didn't do that?
That
Oh,
was-
shit.
Have you seen?
Actually, I didn't even try drugs until I was in my 40s.
Really, man?
Now I'm just addicted to everything.
Dude. Yeah, you know, I brought some tar and some needles.
I got some coke. It's now LSD.
Sweet guy. Hey, dude. I'll skip on the coke, but so
Trevor Moore has a music video where part of it is a cop pulls him over and his face is just all covered in gold paint.
Oh, great, yeah.
that's.
That actually
Would you
was
pay
So what about
her
mouthwash?
to suck you off if she was covered in gold paint? I'm gonna tie it back to the horns here. I'm just gonna.
Oh,
Yeah. If I were the type of person that paid for sex, I probably wouldn't care.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't care either.
I'd probably
That's
find it
very
even more amusing.
Yeah.
I'd probably bring her a can of paint.
Hey, I got this silver stuff. You like the silver stuff? They were out of gold.
Copper. That's the shit, man.
Copper. You know,
It's the steampunk hoppers.
Yeah.
it's interesting how, is there a word, a derogatory word specifically, for men or people in general, probably men, who pay for sex, who enlist the services of the poor? Perverts?
John's?
John's, well, I mean, that's not derogatory.
Oh,
That's something to
derogatory.
his name.
scum.
No, that's not specific to a dude.
Yeah, that they're called
Yeah.
They
that.
pay like, you know, $200 to stick his dick in.
No, because he's the innocent victim.
Okay. So we're looking at
That
like.
gets arrested for
I don't know anyone
propositioning
that thinks
this poor
that. I've
girl.
never heard
Poor
that.
man. Poor man.
And then because he had a warrant out for his arrest, they towed his car.
Why does he have a warrant?
And because he didn't pay that ticket that he got last month, and now he's
He's an addict.
And he's a junkie.
now he's in
too?
jail, and he was drunk,
No,
so they got him on
sex
a
addict.
DUI
That's
as well.
Sex.
Excuse.
Oh, he's a sex addict. So
That's usually what they say, like people say it's an
So
excuse.
if you're
I can't help it.
looking for a car, call the police department and ask them which tow yard tows for their sting operations. When they pick up jobs for hookers. Now in Oakland, there's a little place on International between 16th and 17th. Tiny little car lot there. You can go get cars cheap. Because about once a month, they do a little sting and they arrest guys that are hookers, and that's where their cars get towed.
it's only streetwalkers.
But it's actually cops. They send a couple of really sexy cops out there to walk up and down the street.
Mhm.
And everybody's like, oh my God, I'm in Oakland and there's a hooker that's not 600 pounds in black. What am I going to do? I have to talk to her. And so they always get all the attention. You see a white girl on the streets of Oakland look like a hooker, she gets a lot of attention.
Yeah, so it's.
You know what
Yeah.
the difference is between an Oakland prostitute and a bowling ball?
What?
If you had to. If you really, really had to, you could beat the bowling ball.
That's just sad. You sick motherfucker. Sick. I'm gonna go puke now. Cry and slit my wrist. No, it's really unfortunate that we don't have a derogatory term for this. I mean, if we're gonna have a derogatory term for anybody. I mean, I don't want to sound like some crazy feminist, but I'm probably a feminist. And it's just, you know, it's this sort of like this hegemonic force at play. Hegemonic force, that's fun. I used to use the word hegemonic force in sentences. Anyway, this thing, this sort of power play that's at play between the sex worker and the Tron, the client, the patient, or whatever, right? But whenever, like, let's go back to the turn of the 20th century, Victorian era, with the onset of hysteria, which actually was developed, you know, centuries before. We have we have women going into the physician's office
To masturbate.
well, and at the time it was actually called onanism.
Yeah.
But they would induce orgasm on these women. This is why the vibrator was invented. This is why we saw the invention of small motors that could fit in a thing that actually I have one. I should have brought my 1906 Shelton. I've got this awesome vibrator from 1906. Next week. I can talk about vibrators all day. But so they're doing this, and the women actually aren't aware at first what's going on. They don't even have language for their own orgasm. We didn't give a name to the clitoris until this century. Oh,
We
last
didn't think
century.
that they could have orgasm.
Well, we did hysteria. Hysteria was cured by the onset of orgasm. But rather than calling it orgasm, it was called hysterics or convulsion. Because you kind of clench up and you shake a little bit. And you go, oh!
And just to put a finer point on it, the hysterectomy
Yes.
comes from the word
Hyster, the uterus. The hysterectomy is
what causes your anguish.
removing of anguish, yes. I mean, this is so ingrained in our society, this treating the woman's sexuality as both a sinful thing and also a thing to be controlled and to be contorted, right? And also furthermore, that the male figurehead, being a physician or a client or a child, is allowed to do with her what he will so long as she is the bad person, the crazy person, the whore, the sinner, the slut, right? And so whenever we ask questions, what is a whore, we're really asking this long series of questions about the essence and the history of female sexuality for the past 1,000 years.
1,000 years?
1,000 years. Some of the first, there's like some fun little stories about, say, the Greeks and the whores and the prostitutes, and like at Athena's temple and such. Melissa's temple. Melissa, she was a goddess. She was, Melissa means bee, or Melissae, or whatever how you pronounce it. I've only ever read it. But these temples, these goddesses' temples, would have prostitutes at them, and men could go and pay for it, and they were sacred prostitutes.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't know that.
Yes, and Augustine was known
The
for
holy
talking
hooker.
about it. The holy hooker. The hooker was a holy figure because she was fucking you in name of the goddess. And the only way a man can become close to this goddess is by having sex with this woman who is actually superior to you in holiness because she's closer to
So
this
this
goddess.
is pagan.
This is pagan
rituals.
stuff, Roman, Grecian stuff. Hypatia was known for being both bisexual and a prostitute, but she was also described by Plato in some sense. She was a mathematician, she was an astrologer, right? She was also a whore. It's not until the onset, after my namesake Alaric had conquered Rome, actually a little bit prior to that with Constantine and all that, we start seeing the Christian idea of woman and her sexuality, and her being able to sell it, being transmuted into a sinful, dirty thing, right? And this, I mean, if we look into Gramsci's, like, the prison journals, right, he talks about the hegemony of the Catholic Church, but he also discusses the perversion of female sexuality throughout this process of domination and institutionalized sexism, racism, and patriarchy. Sorry.
Go on. You're on a roll. I guess I picked a good subject for our guest.
I can talk about anything. But yeah, no, I mean, it's totally this is what's going on. It's plain to see, right? For instance, amongst sex-positive groups, I've had friends that I've been friends with who are sex workers and such, or who are legitimately whores, in any regard, or just fuck a lot and have little regard for, who, so long as it's consensual. And even amongst some folks who are, sex positive, etc., there is still some reticence to accept this woman as who she is due to the way in which she operates her sexuality. Expressions of female sexuality in public spaces are oftentimes still shirked upon. Myself, I express myself quite a bit sexually. I was a burlesque performer for some time, and I'm a very sexual person, and I even noticed my own, like, an anecdotal sort of way, expressing sexuality and then receiving a lot of, like, pushback for that. And I see it in men, and to some extent, but less so. Then this goes into slut shaming, which ties into what is a whore, right?
Yes.
It all, I believe it all ties back to that same, and I hate to say it, very monotheistic Christian-based ideological
Exactly.
perception of the female body.
I personally have been a whore when I was younger. I found myself in Hawaii with no money and hanging out in a nice big fancy hotel and women on vacation coming up to me saying, "Hey, what are you doing? My husband's on the golf course. I'm bored out of my mind. You want to come up to my room?" Next thing I know, we're making $100, $200 here and there, having a good time.
That's fine.
And they were all from Cleveland,
Really.
oddly enough.
Cleveland.
For some reason, it just seemed like most of the
Ladies
women,
in Cleveland.
most of
get
them,
down.
Or they're just really bored. So.
You're in Hawaii.
yeah, in Hawaii they want to get. I ended up moving to Cleveland after that, coincidentally, and but like when I talked about my experiences to other people, not only did the guys think that was the coolest fucking thing ever, but and I told them, this is private, personal
It's a
shit,
private thing, yeah.
right? Well, one guy was a gossip, decided to tell everybody at the local club.
Cocksucker.
Next thing I know, there's this competition between all the girls trying to find out who can get the whore man for free. So I was up to my elbow in pussies, which was not a bad thing.
I think they call that hot and running cold poontang.
There you go.
Turn it on and off.
So that was an interesting time in my life when I was a whore and then no longer a whore. No, people knowing that I was a whore made me more appealing to them, which is very strange to me. Because of the male gender. Woman gender, you're shunned. Male, you're praised for being a whore.
Dude, it's because you're a baller, right? You spreading your seed, you're getting your dick wet, you're doing a good job. Yo, bro, high five. You're like, no, I don't know about
I wish I could do that now. I'm
Yeah.
55 now.
Yeah, you know, something that happens. Old women fuck too.
They do.
My mom's 56, I'll call her up. She's good looking. She's in Colorado, but you probably like her.
Women are supposed to hit their sexual peak later in life.
It's true.
Yeah.
I was talking to a girlfriend
Well,
recently. She's in her
Becoming
30s.
disinterested
I'm in my
women are like,
20s, so I don't know what this is. I don't know about being in my 30s, but she said, she's like, yeah, I really just want to fuck all the time. I'm like, get it.
Yeah,
She's
but
like, yeah,
in
but
your 40s,
I have to
it's
start
just-
dating younger men because when they get my age, they just stop wanting to. I was like, maybe you're just fucking the wrong guy then. Anyway, that's why you get the Hitachi Magic Wand. You just plug that in the wall and go.
You know, I used to give away, I don't have it anymore, but I used to give away sex toys
I
on the show.
right here.
Yeah, my van was broken into recently and they were stolen.
Fuckers.
But, yeah, butt plugs, cute little, the little bejeweled stainless steel butt plugs. I used to give those away.
I want to know those Jesus butt plugs.
Oh,
A
my
baby
friend is a
Jesus.
baby.
I wanna
Jesus.
be-
My friend is a baby.
Yeah, I've
Jesus
seen it.
plug.
Okay.
I want to see if I can. I can't see the glow in the dark of my butt, but
Well, I'm going to have him on the show. I'll make sure that they're on the show. In fact, that's going to be the Baby Jesus Butt Plug show.
I want to come to the baby Jesus butt plug show. I'll be here for that happening. So, is the housewife a whore? Can we decide on whether or not she's a whore? Is she a whore?
Who?
Is a housewife
Housewife? Absolutely.
absolutely a whore?
What
Does
about
she-
men who stay at home then?
Well,
More and more common is men stay at home.
common in California, but not in Oklahoma, where I'm from.
Yeah,
No.
maybe New York, too.
Well, yeah, but they're all soft pussy ass, city folk. But city folk, they just don't know. They just don't understand the hard day's work. They
Yeah.
just want to stay at home with the babies. Because
That's a-
women's work is not hard work.
In the Midwest, a hoe is something the farmer uses.
Oh yeah. Or it's the hose to put them on my legs before I go out to church. I got plenty of hose. I just wash them. I wash my hose, yeah, in the city.
That's a dirty hoe.
But I don't wear
Yeah,
that.
with baking soda, you don't want to use bleach though, because it'll change the color. Baking soda. Baking soda. Or cider vinegar.
bleach.
Hydrogen peroxide.
Hydrogen peroxide is shit. That's what I use on my teeth. Baking soda and hydrogen
I
peroxide.
have that for my.
Yeah, they're kind of yellow. Well.
So, working for myself most of my life, hustling all the time. I have to. I feel like a whore most of the time.
Yeah?
Yeah. I'm just pouring out my
You need a pimp?
services. I definitely need a pimp.
I got a king.
Actually, Yelp has been my pimp for a while.
Foursquare can be a pimp too. Foursquare, technology is pimp. Well, now that's a topic. Technology is pimp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's what I got today. Wait for it. Wait for it. This is something every whore needs.
Oh, I keep on trying to do this with my vagina. It just doesn't.
It's
My
just the
vagina
credit
makes a
card.
really terrible credit card swipe. For you guys at home who can't see this, it's a PayPal.
It's called
here.
PayPal here, and
There's also
it's
Square.
like, yeah, there's Square. I
Square,
have a Square too, but I never use that account. I use my PayPal all the time.
Yeah.
It's more convenient.
That is my
So if you're a drug dealer or a hooker or whatever,
Square takes
Food
Bitcoin.
truck.
I hear.
Works great for
I
that.
should double check on that. I'm not sure, but I heard rumors Square does Bitcoin, PayPal doesn't. PayPal also won't accept funds from people who sell condoms or sex workers, along with Bank of America and Chase. So that recently was released. So
didn't know
if you're a porn star
Yeah.
or you are suspected for sex work or things they don't think are savory, PayPal included,
Drug dealing, is it on that?
Yeah.
things they don't think are savory,
Okay.
if you're trying to bank
Like,
through
yeah.
them, even if it's completely legal, they will shut down your account.
Yeah, Chase Bank's like,
Chase
we don't
Bank
want
is
your
big.
business.
They don't want the business.
Yeah.
And that's a really unhealthy
Well,
precedent.
yeah, I want to.
PayPal is one of those groups, but Bitcoin,
You know,
doesn't do
it's just
that.
a matter of time. PayPal.
The Internet Archive, you can bank through Internet Archives, they do exchange Bitcoin. Internet Archive's in San Francisco, and they're currently storing all of the Internet, pictures of all the Internet,
Yes.
for super AI in the future. They've got like terabytes and tetrabytes, and Google is of space and storage. Great places in an old church in the Richmond district here in the city, and they started a bank called the Internet Archive Credit Union, and they accept Bitcoin, and they pay their employees optionally in Bitcoin. So yeah,
Did you know
or
that?
Dogecoin.
That's great.
Dogecoin's pretty sweet.
What is it?
Dogecoin is another alternate currency. Oh, and also hookers, prostitutes, escorts in Las Vegas. A number of them accept Bitcoin because you can transact electronically, anonymously, and it's cool because it's Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Bitcoin's cool.
You can't prove that there's ever been any exchange of currency.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you
And I
can
could see drug dealers wanting to use it too.
totes, dude. Silk Road. The next one, you know what Silk Road? Oh man, you just missed like 10 years of American drug culture. So Silk Road is on. Okay, so Tor is
Silk Road is
Yeah, Silk
it's the deep web kind
the
of
deep
thing.
web
Yeah.
Online
web
black
browser.
Black market.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's gone. Ross Albright, who
All
lives here in the
transactions
city,
over here.
from Austin, Texas, got arrested. He's in jail right now.
Mhm.
Kind of sounds like a chode ass anyway. I hope he doesn't
Right.
end up. Ross Albright.
I thought
ULBRIGHT.
Did Silk Road was arrested here in San Francisco.
He was arrested here in San Francisco, but he's
he
from
was
Austin, Texas.
Operating it. Oh, okay.
He's operating it here in the
At
city,
the
down in
public
Glen Park.
library.
In
Yeah,
Glen Park. And he was actually operating it from his house, but he was using the internet at the library.
Yeah.
But you can go onto his Facebook. His family has been updating on his situation. Turns out, anyway. So yeah, he lives here, and he was operating Silk Road. He was like the second guy to do it under the name Dread Pirate Roberts.
That's right.
But now there's a new one that's going to come up, and it's like Dark Side of the something. The picture is, the logo is like a little Link-looking character with the upside down Pink Floyd Dark Side of the Moon. There was recently an article about it. They're coming up with a new one. They say they're untouchable. I think that's a lot of hubris there, saying they're untouchable. But it's like a peer-to-peer dark web, open web, like exchange system that goes through Bitcoin, that allows you to purchase and exchange drugs, sex, rock and roll, poetry, and homemade socks. I bought a lot of homemade socks off of Silk Road. Because, fuck yeah, homemade socks. I spent 45 Bitcoin on a pair of homemade socks. Come Thanksgiving Day, 2013, I cried. That was a $45,000 worth of sock. I still have those socks.
I hope they're comfortable.
No, they're not. They're not. They're kind of ugly.
Homemade
Yeah.
socks.
I bought 7 beers at Beer Point here in San Francisco, too, $7 a pop. They're 1 Bitcoin each. $7,000 plus of Bitcoin on November 26, 2013. Now it's less than that. It's like $600. Actually, I should go check. I should check. Anyway, it's not
It's still a lot.
It's still a lot.
Yeah.
So that's
I
what
have a Bitcoin account. I have one Bitcoin.
Yeah, good.
And I think
You can get a hooker for that
I think I paid
in Las Vegas.
$13.
Yeah, see, that's great returns.
I can't.
I got some Twitter stock, $28. That's a share, $40 in it. Because, Twitter didn't complete this up. I don't know why I did that actually. I always got
I bought Facebook
Best
when
time
it
to
was
make
all,
decisions.
when everyone was like, wah, wah, wah.
Mm-hmm.
So, that's back up.
Yeah.
Could we pay hookers in like stock? You know? Like I got a bunch of stock in Lilo vibrators. I was just thinking I could pay in vibrators.
Penny stocks.
Penny stocks. Corn futures.
Vibrators?
Lilo. Yeah, Lilo's
Lilo
great.
vibrator.
Lilos are great. They're good. Oh, Lilo.
Zero.
Yeah, they're awesome. I love vibrators.
Well, give us a
So
plug.
I
And I don't mean a butt plug.
so Lilo vibrators are designed. I can't remember who owns the company or whatever. It doesn't matter. What matters is the product.
Okay.
So they're really well designed, fully functional dildos and vibrators. They got this one that's like this. It goes in both holes. It's weird. They
The ones
vibrate.
that are more organic
Yeah,
shaped
they're organic
looking
in shape. They're ergonomic.
Okay, good.
They feel good. They're silicone based, so they've got silicone, easy to clean, normally waterproof, rechargeable. Because fuck batteries, not
Yes.
standbacks. I will not buy
Especially fucking
anything.
vibrators.
I won't buy
Yeah.
anything with non-rechargeable batteries.
Yeah.
And the bullet I have is USB recharge, so I can stick it on my computer if I want to recharge it, which is kind of fun.
Really.
I like doing that in public.
Is it a standard size bullet? So could you fit it
It's
into the
like-
things that have
it's
like a
like
regular bullet?
It's like this big.
Because like I have like a Fieldo that has a bullet slot.
It's not super little. It's a bigger size bullet. It has a bigger motor in it.
Yeah.
But you can change the settings and rub it on your bits, and it feels good. But I wanted to get the one with the weird rabbity thing on it, but I didn't bother to buy it. I should do that this week. So guys, I'm going to be masturbating later this week. Okay. But yeah, it's great. There's actually this other brand of vibrator that's awesome. This has nothing to do with what is a whore, but all about my obsession with sex toys. There's one, it's like, I forget what it's called, but it's shaped like this, like a T kind of, and it has gold plated on the side, and it has 16 gigs of USB space, memory space, and it's USB rechargeable, and it's got gold on it and shit. And it's like really, and I want that thing, and I've been trying, having.
Is it something you can only buy online, or
You
can you
get
find
it,
it
yeah,
at
you can
good
see it.
vibration?
Oh yeah, you can go get Delos and this weird teeth thing with gold on it. I can't remember what the fuck's it called. Great. It's developed by this woman and a few other people in like Berkeley, like international team. It was great. Great thing. It's like $200. I really want one. It's on my Amazon wish list. And
Amazon has sex toys for really cheap. Like,
dude,
you would be
yeah, you get the
surprised.
Delos half off.
Yeah.
You can't get this one half off because it's still
Yeah.
a small company.
But I got my Fieldo
But you can-
for like half off on Amazon.
Yeah.
Like most people don't know that you can get sex toys.
And
on
most people are freaked out about buying used sex or half off discounted sex toys.
I
The
don't
same
want
way
used
they're
ones,
freaked
too.
out about like
Amazon.
getting a loose hooker.
Yeah, but they're okay with buying used underwear.
Used underwear is fine. I buy used bras all the time. I got some that have like little like milk stains. I'm just kidding. I don't actually, but I
Well,
could go find some.
Used underwear are generally only sold in vending machines.
Oh yeah,
That's not really true. It has happened,
It
but
has
they
happened.
don't
The
have
women
them
who sell that
actively.
underwear, are they whores?
I suppose.
Yeah.
Well, are the
All the women I know who sell used
webcam girls?
underwear are like sex cam workers,
Yeah,
or they
webcam
are
girls, are they
prostitutes,
whores?
and that's why they're popular.
Because the underwear is used by somebody who does sex that you're aware of.
Yeah. It's like
Or-
somebody you're a fan of. So
Oh,
you're
but-
like, ooh,
But the
I
dude's
watch this
getting
girl masturbate all day.
the dude's getting the underwear from the vending machines. I have no fucking clue who you
They
are.
were supposed to know it wasn't just used underwear, it was schoolgirl used underwear. But it turns out like it never was really true. They were brand new underwear. I mean kind of. It's like kind of. Like they actually got closed down for falsity of antiques. And the reason was because they would have girls just come in there, wear them for a day, and bring them back. So they were worn, but they weren't like their underwear.
He said come.
Okay, so what is the dominatrix who ties the guy up,
Doesn't have sex
beats him, steps on his balls, maybe even poops on his face, and the guy, he might even have an orgasm from it. For him, it's a sexual thing. But there is no contact. There's no sexual contact.
Is she a whore?
Well,
She's a pro dom, yo.
and somebody
Is she a whore?
That's totally
Gets
she's a
beaten.
fucking whore.
but
She's a goddamn dirty whore.
somebody who I
She just pooped on somebody's
plays
face
with
for
people,
money.
but somebody who plays with people but
That's
doesn't
like
have
the
sex with them.
I'm sorry.
I've had my
I have a
doms
story
refer to it as
here.
if we might
My
have not
friends see
physical
this,
sex, but
they
we're
know
having
what it
penis
is.
sex. There's still a give and take. Damn it.
Okay.
So
It's
it
like a
could
moratorium.
still be considered a type of sexual contact.
Yes, definitely.
Well, she's a whore, but she's also
So,
he's weird, is what it comes down to. He's
He's
a weirdo.
weird?
He's a
Why?
weirdo. Well, he wants us to call him a weirdo, right? Because I mean, he's a sub, so I'm just gonna make fun of him a lot because that's what he wants. And I
Not
like
necessarily. All men subs don't like being made fun of. Actually,
No.
it's a big stigmatism
I would
with
make fun
men.
of him.
Yeah,
I would
but,
make fun
but you said that he wants it, and I know
Well,
a
if
lot
he
of
tells me
male
that he
subs
wants
that
it.
it bothers them that like
yeah, that's
people
true.
look down on them.
Yeah, probably. I mean, I'm not gonna look down on him unless he's on the sneakers anyway.
I mean, because not all subs
That
like
was fun.
humiliation.
You guys have.
I got it. I'm with you. That was good. I'm for you.
Yeah, no, definitely.
I'd like
is
to-
he a whore? No, he's not. He's paying her, so she's the whore. But
He could be a pain whore.
it's weird. He's a pain whore. Maybe he likes being a pain whore. But see, in that context, it's like a kind of like taking it back, positive, non-derogatory sense, right? It's the idea.
No, because I still think some men are whores, but I mean, the difference is you always have to say male whore. Because whore does have to go with female, but
So
there's
more.
many of negative male whores, but we always say a male whore. We don't just
Whore?
call them a whore.
Malor? A bore? A boy whore?
Maybe.
Bore.
I would go, I'm totally with
Fordham
that.
Point awarded to Alaric Moore.
Yeah, I'm totally positive.
I'm a bore.
Are you a
I was
bore?
born in the year.
Oh,
Usually
you're
I'm
a bore. I'm a whore.
Yeah, what? A whore.
Hey, I'm a
Whore with an
whore.
S.
I'm an
Dog
SE
rat.
whore. I'm an SE whore. It sounds like I have a speech impediment. I can't say that X sound.
So, I want to take a moment here to mention next week, Dan Von Hoyle, who is going to be on the show, and he is
I know, yeah.
he's doing something over at Cape University. I don't know exactly what his role is.
That's some rope work?
He is Dan, also known as the Naughty Boy Dan, and he has written several books on it.
KNOTTY. I really like
Yes.
sailing.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
He knows his knot work. And
I'll get him on the boat.
I can't remember who his partner was, but the two of them had the Naughty Boys website and books, and he's retired from that. He's now working. He's going to be on the show next week, and I believe Bella is going to be here too, who is Nicole Rao. She was the headmistress at the Leslie Lady for a long time. She's now
You're
working
shut
on
down
And
now.
that's a shame.
Oh, come on, the lusty lady.
all on. We'll probably talk about that.
I mean, how are
I've
we
been
gonna
wanting
have
to do a
Lusty
Lusty
Ladies?
Lady show for a long time, and then the Lusty Ladies would talk to me but now that
Did
it's,
you piss them off?
no,
You pissed
they
them
just,
off.
because they were in negotiation of trying to sell the business and everything was
Yeah.
delicate.
But now they can't talk about it.
Yeah,
Oh, it's good to hear.
so I hope, I don't know. But I'd like to have you come and
I'll have to
bring some
Skype through.
vibrators.
I'll have to Skype in.
Yeah?
I'm
Oh, that's
gonna
right,
be
you're gonna
going
be
to get
out of
sailboat. Yeah, I'm gonna
Okay.
be driving across the country by
Well,
next week.
I think I was talking to you earlier about segments.
Yes.
How would you like to do a vibrator segment and bring in a different vibrator every show and talk about it? And we'll see if we can get Lilo to sponsor you.
Dude, I will
And
use all your
when,
vibrators.
when once we get a few under our belt, then you can Yeah, that was not a
Can I
joke.
get a utility belt to put on my vibrators?
That'd be awesome.
Absolutely. And
Vibrator superhero.
just to be clear, we
I
can
know someone
also
who's just loved
we can also make arrangements for you pegging Joel.
Do you want me to
just
peg
show
you?
How fun it is.
Yeah.
How's that work?
I
Pegging.
put a.
That's when a girl with a strap-on fucks you in the ass.
I mean, that's no.
Okay. Well, I have to make another.
We'll find someone.
Yeah.
We'll find someone for the.
I'm not
pegging
gonna
segment.
peg anybody.
Okay.
Maybe tomorrow.
So that would be a very interesting thing. If Lilo doesn't want to sponsor you, maybe Good Vibrations will.
I love good vibrations.
I think it's a
Founded by
great
wonderful people, wonderful.
They're
history.
fabulous.
You know, their
Profit
first
share.
store was like upstairs in this little attic, like in a boy.
I
It was
didn't know
great.
that.
Yeah, it was like a secret, like word of mouth. Oh, there's this wonderful documentary called Technology of Orgasm, or something like that, and they talk about that. Like, it's wonderful. It's a wonderful documentary. And the history of the technology of orgasm is deeply interesting. I mean, I've got a few antique vibrators. Most of my vibrators range between the years of 1904 and like 1970. None of my other vibrators, like I have modern vibrators as well, but most of them are antique. I want to get the
Okay.
manipulator.
The history of the technology of orgasm. That's going to be an upcoming show that you need to look for. And when you get back from your
Mid to
road
late
trip,
May. Mid to late May.
we definitely need to do that.
You should promote the
Well,
documentary
there's,
beforehand so people
yes.
can be.
There's
I've seen
the
documentary.
vibrator museum, kind of. It's a little display. I've got a few
There's
of
lots
the
of
same
sex
vibrators
museums,
they
like
have.
history of sex.
That they have on Polk Street, the Good Vibrations there on Polk. And it's
The
really,
museum is?
they've got a little exhibition where you
Okay.
can go look at the old vibrators.
Well, maybe we can go in there with
yeah,
some
we should
video
just go
equipment.
check
and
it
get
out.
some-
I've got some that are
Maybe
personal.
we should do the show from there.
Yeah, I've got my own that I personally own that I can bring in and
Yes.
show and demonstrate. I don't know how comfortable everybody is with me actually having orgasms all the time.
I'd be fine with that.
I'm perfectly fine with that.
But I also can spend the fun and show you. My shelves and actually need to solder it. There's a thing that is kind of
I
scary.
have a soldering iron.
Yeah, I do too. We can just have let's go to the hackerspace and just fucking solder some shit up. We can
All
do
right.
that. You can learn to solder. We'll bring Mitch Altman in and he'll love it.
Have you seen the really old? They're from like Victorian times, I think. But they're for men that are dildos, but they heat up. But they're really supposed to be dangerous because they don't have the part that's it doesn't stop it from
the ones
heating up.
that heat up.
So people get burned from them. But they're really interesting to like have.
I have a
look at.
friend who has a lot of those electric wands that are really fun. I've actually been
The
really
violet
interested.
ones?
The violet wands, that's it, the electric ones. Those are pretty cool. I'm actually deeply interested in exploring like electrical play
Mhm.
because like of all the kinks I've witnessed, that one's actually attractive to me. Oh, and
Have you
pulleys.
ever done
Is there a pulley fetish?
anything?
Does anybody have a pulley fetish? Because
Pulley?
pulleys are cool. Pulleys are just
Pulley,
sexy.
as
Yeah,
in-
pulleys, like yeah.
Yes, I have a pulley rig in my house.
Pulleys are cool.
And I also have a
Yeah.
TENS unit that you're welcome to borrow.
I would love to borrow it.
mean,
I
it's-
need
it's
to find a
fast.
willing participant.
Um,
That's me, but you know.
Yeah, I actually have been thinking about taking the TENS unit, the plug-in pads, and wiring them onto devices that I can touch here and there with instead of having to be
I saw
on their body.
one unit that was like it's a box. It's not like Hack Club some ages back. I never go to that place.
William.
It's tacky.
It's William, yeah.
Yeah.
We're talking about William.
Yeah, it's a box
the
that
body,
touches you.
and he becomes the conduit.
No, those are just the violent ones in general. At least most of the ones I see, they have a thing that you said that makes you the
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
That's
no,
what I'm
that's William. William's
I
great.
would like to have William on the show sometime.
Yeah, that's
He's really
really-
interesting.
He also has these electric sticks.
Yeah, he's mentioned in I've got the
research.
well, no, it's that book by those people with the terrible aesthetic sense. I think people who do sex have terrible aesthetic senses. But it's Pronovation, Technology of Orgasm. I got the book. It's, who the fuck are Ars Technica or Ars Pornographica or Ars your mom?
Okay.
Those people, they're great. They were here earlier in the fall. They were at Chicken John's warehouse, and they did some stuff in a little conference once a year, and they come and talk about sexy stuff. A bunch of sexy people stand around and talk about sex. It's actually, after 3 days of that, you get really fucking bored of it. But, I mean, back to that whore thing.
Yes.
So,
Chicken John's a whore.
well, everybody knows Chicken John's a horse. It's still a stupid mustache, and he's like 4 feet tall, but he's got a cute daughter. You should look at her pictures.
I have. I just was looking at it yesterday.
Adorable kid. Anyway, less about Chicken John and more about whores.
Horse. Yes. What is a whore?
Well, you know, I was just thinking, why the fuck are we talking about sex all the time? We're just obsessed with it.
Because it's taboo. Because we're not allowed to.
I
Because
don't even
we
think
want
it's
to break
that.
the
If it was
rules.
so taboo, why would we be talking about it? I mean, if it's so taboo that we're not allowed to talk, then why do we all talk about it all the time? It's repressive hypothesis, man. So we're repressed, like Foucault, right? Like history of sexuality, like first chapter. And so it's like, oh, we're all repressed, blah, blah, but oh, by the way, we're absolutely fucking obsessed with it all the time.
The
Everything we
basic
do.
need of life is reproduction, which has to do
Basic
with
need
sex.
of life,
So we
false.
distinct it away
Basic
from.
need of life is food and water and sleep.
Yeah, but if your
Sex.
species isn't reproducing, so
But
you
you're
can take it away from reproducing, but that is
I think it's because we have a virus. I think DNA is a virus. It's mostly a virus. And we're trying to
DNA is a
spread.
virus?
Yeah, consciousness is a force like gravity or time, and DNA is a virus that's trying to spread itself. That gets into weird
Well,
science.
90% of your body is foreign bacteria, and only
Totes.
10% of it is.
I'm writing a novel
DNA.
right now that deals with a lot of that.
And your DNA wants to replicate.
Yeah, it does. And
So
so
it creates craving for sex.
and that's why we talk about it all the time.
And all those other bacteria, they want to reproduce
So
as well.
who really is the whore? You
Or
or your DNA?
science.
Or science.
Science. is
Because
the whore.
science! I think that's... Oh, interesting article I just read today. So apparently a bunch of research that's been done, I can't remember all the details, forgive me, but apparently mice, when there is a male scientist there with male scents, pheromones, the mice don't respond to pain as much as they would were it a female scientist
I
with
love it.
female scent. So, I mean, it's men are aggressors, are generally like these scary, like predator types expecting this stuff. You know, I was I'd be fucking freaked out too, you know? It makes sense. Like the mice that were freaked out and like showed fear and weakness got eaten.
See, and this is why you should read. It's much better than buying rims for your car.
Dude,
Read
buy
a book.
rims for your car, but read a
Read a
book.
book. I swear to God, I'm going to learn to read one of these days. I swear. Before I die.
God is dead, man. I learned that from a book.
Oh, see? I would have known that if I would have read that fucking, what's that?
Nietzsche, Will to
Bible
Power.
thing?
Will to Power, Nietzsche. That's that one. Hell's Other People, Star Trek, from Being and Nothing. No, that's from one of the plays. Anyway, Bible, I like the Bible. The Bible's great. Sex and violence all up in that shit. Onanism, we've got people killing each other, raping each other,
know.
fucking
And
skull
by
fucking
the
each
way-
other upside down on mountains, goats.
By the way, this guy named Jesus was banging a whore.
Dude, he banged Mary Magdalene, man. That lady, I hear she had really nice tits.
Where'd you hear that?
All the parts of the Bible that were removed.
Oh, there you go, the apocryphy.
Me and Pope Francis been hanging out lately.
Is he a whore?
Dude, he's a whore for Jesus. Actually, you know, I've heard Christian girls in the past, having been raised in like religious parts, these Christian girls were like, oh yeah, I'm not a slut, I'm a slut for Jesus. I'm like, that's fucking weird. You were masturbating to the thought of a man who's been dead for 2,000 years. You're 12.
He's got a massive harem.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
those little promise
That's
rings
hot.
that they give those little girls.
That makes him a pedophile.
They're fucking pedophiles. You need to marry God. But God should not be fucking marrying little girls. Stop it. It's weird. And you're an adult man, and you're thinking about your little prepubescent girl fucking people. You're weird. You're all weird. You're all just go read some fucking lolly hentai and jack off and get this out of your system. That's what I think.
With a Lilo vibrator.
With a Lila vibrator. Or a Shelton from 1906, or a Hitachi Magic Wand, or one of those knockoff ones that you can get for $20, but they only last 2 months with, like, usage.
If you use it regularly.
Yeah, a few times.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it
I got
lasts.
one of those knockoff ones.
Yeah, the sound.
I haven't used it.
I've used it. Yeah, it's nice. I mean, it has, you know, it's just like the Magic Wand, pretty much. Only there's no attachments. You can't add stuff to it. You can hack the fucking thing. Do all sorts of weird stuff. I bought a few of them at this point. I've been breaking them, but not putting them together. But it's got like 3 working vibrators in my house right now. But
I've been collecting motors,
yeah, you want some? I got some.
like sewing machine motors that are about this big. And
Oh, like the old Singers, the
Like,
horsepower.
yeah, and,
My Shelton has the same motor in it as my Singer sewing machine. That's
There
a
you go.
double union, the feminist hackerspace.
Or when
They wouldn't accept the
when
Shelton.
my Ryobi drill, like the trigger quit working, and I had to take it apart.
I want to
and
get
put
one
it
of
back
those
together. But
vibrating sanders.
Yes,
I need one of those.
yes,
I want
yes.
to turn that into a
Oh,
vibrator.
oh, here's my latest. You're gonna love this. You're gonna love this. There's this device called a multi-tool.
Yeah, I've seen more.
It's got a head that comes off, and you can put on a drill or a saw head
Or a butt plug.
or a hammer head. Now the hammer is very interesting. Okay, so it's got
Are
this
you talking
little.
about a shark or? Just kidding.
It's got a tiny little magnet that goes. It has it's almost like a relay, like a tattoo machine that kind of goes back and forth, but it's done through gears instead of through electricity. And it's just basically that nail. So if you needed to put a nail in something sideways
Hi,
where you can't swing the hammer,
nail it.
then you take this little device, you put the nail in there, and you just with the palm of your hand, put it right in. So I don't use a hammer, but I bought the device with that attachment and turned it into a vibrator that,
Dude, bring it over.
and I have yet to have anyone try it, so
I am first in line.
can't wait for you to get that.
Yeah, I will get back. We'll go on the
It
road.
was so intense.
We'll get on
It vibrates
CBC.
so much that I had to put like this big rubber padding on it. So
Sometimes, yeah, no, yeah.
absorbs some
The
of the
first
vibration.
vibrator, well, not the first vibrator, but the first patent for a vibrating device in the 19th century, with the manipulator, 1868. You can look it up, 1868-ish, and don't hold me to that. I believe it's so because I was like 1868 would be hilarious since I remembered 1868 because it's not 1868. But it's like this 5.5 foot long table, and it was steam powered or human powered. I really wanted the steam powered version though, because
Steampunk vibrator.
yeah, so
Fuck
it's,
yeah.
and it's this big thing. I can't. This guy who made it was like named John or something. You know, like everybody, white guy, and you lay on it. There'd be these 2 ball bearings, balls that rotate like so. You put rubber caps on, and then you just put Joel down and on it, and then you make sure that his bleeding bits are covered, right? Or I mean, man, your weird, fucked up inside out clitoris, and then lay you on it, and then you'll have an orgasm, I guess. I haven't tried it. I'm a welder, and I have the specs for this. I've been welding for like a decade.
Is there a pedal powered one?
Yeah, you can pedal power or steam power. I want to make a steam powered one, and then I want to do an exhibition. And I promise, here in front of God and everybody, and I've been saying this for like 3 years now, that I will publicly demonstrate the use of the manipulator. Some folks help me make this thing.
I have a lifetime membership at Tech Shop.
I love Tech Shop. I don't have a membership.
I can you give me the specs for it.
I can help you weld it. I just have to take the Tech Shop class.
I don't weld myself.
Yeah, I weld.
I mean, I've done some aluminum welding.
Yeah, you can get all the prints and stuff, all of the design specs off of the internet for the most part. I mean, it's just the same thing. You can get the patents from the United States Patent Office. It's like patent number less than 1 million because it was the 19th century. It was shortly after the development of the patent system, like what the 1830s. So, 1830s. Yeah, so it's great, the manipulator, and it's awesome, and you look at it, and it's great. We should make one and do a demonstration.
That would be great. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is an internet show. We can do whatever we want.
Totes.
And I've already got the 18 and over limitation. Nobody can watch this unless they're legally adults. Or
Well, so
playing
my little brother's 18 now. That's okay.
yeah.
If he's watching his sister jack off, there's some bigger problems.
Yeah.
Justice is a good
He's
kid.
got issues.
No,
Okay.
he doesn't. He's a great kid.
So I'm going to take a moment here. There's this place in San Francisco on Haight Street. I don't know the address, but it's called the Fizzery. And Joel happens, I just found out tonight that Joel knows the owner, Taylor. And I picked up a couple of samples that I want to open up and we can we have glasses, we can taste it. This one is called Brainwash. Brainwash has actually been around for a long
I've
time.
definitely had it.
you did it in high school. I remember using, and this one is red, but I remember taking a bottle of blue brainwash and using it to dye a kid's hair once.
Oh, really?
And his hair stayed blue for weeks.
I'm not doing
And
that. Not that.
the thing that I like about brainwash is it's very sweet, but it also has a little bit of jalapeno juice in it.
Caution may cause special effects.
And yes,
We cut out all
it's
the
got all
bullshit
kinds.
in
I
life.
believe it has malt wong in it, which
And
is
went
used for
straight to the
making
brain.
crystal meth. And it's got all kinds of interesting herbs.
Did you ever have? There was a soda. I guess it was eventually banned, but it was called XTC,
Yes.
and it had malt wong in it.
I believe it
and
was
that
the same
stuff
company.
was like,
Was
Oh,
it the same
wow.
company?
that stuff
I
was
don't know.
awesome.
I don't know that one.
Um,
but
oh,
I used
okay,
to
so
drink
this-
all of them all the time.
See, I mean, this got high fructose corn syrup in it, though.
I have a semi
Uh,
interesting fact that I've never told anybody
What's that?
about that. They used to have one called Love Potion 69.
Yes.
Totally the first thing I ever used as a
Oh.
dildo.
yeah, it,
Awesome. They also have
You should post
black
that on
lemonade.
That's a thing to post to see.
Never told
it
anyone
has
that
all
on
these
my
different
regular
herbs in it,
basis.
like a lot like
Can
XTC.
you
It's like,
read it?
you know, Ma Huang was banned in this country.
Yes,
So,
because people were
Let's
using it for
drink
making speed.
well,
And the
but
Love
that
Potion
soda,
69 even
like
had
I
a
used to
thing
drink
that said,
those,
like,
and
pleasure
wow,
yourself.
it would
That's
get
why.
To get your-
wire.
Get
yeah.
your wire.
Yeah.
Get high on some brainwash.
I used to
This
get
doesn't
really high
have
off the
that,
black
but,
lemonade
this
they
has a
had.
bunch of the
That was
other
my
herbs, so
favorite
it's,
black
Yeah.
it's
I used to
got
drink like 3 of them.
it's got ginseng, it's got capsicum.
Capsicum.
Yeah. Echinacea, jalapeno oil,
That's what's
ginkgo biloba,
That's
ginger,
what
gotu kola nut, Brazilian guarana, skullcat,
So there's a lot of fucking
And
cool
sure,
shit
it's
in
got a
there.
bunch of
clove,
shit.
damiana,
And it's all
sage,
stuff that you would take.
whole bunch. Yeah.
It's alcohol free.
No, a lot of those are used
Yeah.
in Chinese medicine.
I used
Exactly.
to semi-be obsessed with them.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's got red 40 and high fructose corn syrup, but I'll try it.
Red 40, that's the one that's been banned. I love it.
Red 40? No,
No,
red 40 is
number
still
five.
used,
Red
but
number
they're,
five.
they're all
Red number
they're all petrochemicals. They're all from like coal tar.
Well, you know, in the end,
You're right, though, the shit used to be blue.
Here, I'll just take a
Okay, wanna grab your glass?
Yeah,
And
just
then-
a dash.
A dash, and then you can drink it out of the bottle.
Well, to brainwash.
Brainwash.
Carbonated drink. Oh,
From the Fizzery on Hate.
That was like my youth.
sounds like nasty. Hold on.
I like it. I haven't had
Well,
it in.
It tastes like sweet
in-
I like that.
It's sweet and then spicy.
Kind of a spicy aftertaste.
It's
yeah,
kinda like
I do
sweet and
that.
sour pork.
It's definitely
It's got that sweet and sour corn
I
kind of
definitely
flavor
like
to it.
spices
It
and more
tastes like
sodas.
what I
I
wish
love
Flintstones
spicy cocktails.
Yeah, totally.
Yes.
What I wish they tasted like.
It tastes
What you
like,
wish they
it
tasted
tastes like
Because
sweet
it's
tarts to me.
definitely energy drink, vitamin
Yeah.
shit.
Right? Yeah.
I mean-
It kind of
With a
tastes
little
like battery
bit of
acid.
A little bit of spice. And kind of Flintstone-y, but
Yeah,
not
this is
as
high
gross
school.
as Flintstones. By the way, you guys know that.
Okay. I think
Not
we
my
should.
I used to totally drink like these.
But I like
sets
the
of
labeling.
bananas.
The labeling is cool, and it
Yes,
probably
let's-
gets you really
let's,
excited.
That's what I was saying. They used to have one called Love 69, which is the one I said I used for the first time myself. But it did have, because all of them had these little like sayings around it, and one of them said "pleasure yourself." I was like, all right, what's happening?
So I'm gonna look up the Fizzery real quick here. I don't want to
Yeah, where are
get
they? Where
addressed.
are they?
It's on Haight Street. It's almost to the very top. It's like a block before
Upper Haight or Lower Haight?
Upper Haight. It's a block before Whole Foods.
I didn't even know they were
Oh,
still
yeah,
around.
right there, like next
Yeah.
to, on that Blade Runner.
There might be there's another one in the Mission, but
Well,
the
there's-
one that I know is that I go to is
It's the same one?
That's right. It's there too.
Oh,
Okay.
there's a
Oh, I
Blade
didn't know they
Runner
opened up a second
themed,
store.
hair
You
salon
sure
there
about
that
that?
I've always meant to go to. I've had a dream about that
Oh
place.
yeah,
the
so
Blade
this
Runner
is
themed
real
hair
soda.
salon.
Real soda.
The
they
Fizzery,
make
San
one for you
Francisco.
with it.
This is the same thing.
Yes.
This is a whole different
Do
company.
you want me to
Yeah,
answer
it's
this?
And we're gonna taste this one next week. This
Oh,
is chocolate covered
maple
maple
smoked-
smoked bacon soda.
I can't drink this. I'm allergic to chocolate.
I don't think there's chocolate in it. I think it's just a chocolate flavor and chocolate extra.
I can't even risk it. When I eat chocolate, I have problems.
Well, that's
Oh,
a whole
so
new experiment.
This one's
isn't it?
cane sugar.
Yeah, I didn't bring it up.
Oh, it's artificial flavor.
Okay, come on. This thing is still recording our conversation.
Yeah, I haven't had since high school. I drink soda.
Okay.
I don't know if I was.
We could take a short break if you want.
No, all of these.
We can't, we're live.
Blondie sold them.
We can't take a break
There's
at all
Blondies
when we're
and
live?
Rasputin and
no way
Concord,
to-
and I was like,
I mean, we could all just get up.
Hey, guys.
It's stand by.
Okay, so we have the Fizzery. Oh, wait, let me go back here.
I mean, I can sing a song while you guys go.
What are they doing?
Did you bring your guitar? You didn't bring
I
your
know, I
guitar?
brought my voice though. I brought my voice and my ideas.
She doesn't need anything else.
Dude, I am a free agent and I'm also like a one-woman band all in one.
Okay. So the
Yeah,
Fizzery is
beatbox,
a,
man.
the Fizzery is a 2949 Mission,
I just,
and the other Fizzery is, I don't know the address, on Haight somewhere. So
Okay.
one in the
Yeah.
Mission and one in,
Yeah,
one on Mission.
The one in
Now
the
that's-
Mission was the first one.
That's like downtown
I
Mission.
didn't know that. Downtown?
Is it downtown, like 8th Street?
No, it's Huge Gateway, isn't it?
It's not up in the Mission, not in the Mission, it's in the downtown area.
nope.
It
Just
is,
nostalgic for me.
Mission, I'm sorry, my correction, it is Mission between
Like, not even in
25th and
high school,
26th.
but
Yeah, yeah.
middle school,
Excellent.
like
Excellent.
14 and 15.
Okay, good to know. That's right down the street.
Oh, you guys can get more of this
oh,
stuff?
yeah, not too far from there. Yeah.
So I'm gonna take a phone call.
I think Jones Soda.
I don't know if
kind of
anybody is
like
watching
change
this show, but
I don't know who it
if
was.
anyone is watching this show, then they probably know me and they probably know my phone number. And my phone is here. Give me a call, and I will put you on
While that's happening,
speakerphone.
I'm gonna go pee.
Okay.
I will think about vibrators and whores in history.
We'll be right back.
Alright. This totally blows my mind, man.
I don't know.
Is that a walk down memory lane?
I literally haven't had these since I was like 15. So it's just
Your
like.
masturbating moments. With,
Well, no, not this
some of
one.
the- No, but
it
still,
was one
it reminded you of
posted.
So prepared.
Well, it was.
So prepared.
Yeah, but I used to drink the black lemonade ones like all the time. But we literally like would drink like 3 of them and get high off it. Like, so you know, when you're 15, that's like the kind. I mean, I didn't do drugs, so that was our like moment of
You know-
being like, we can drink like 3 of these and go to the arcade. Woo! Give me the glass.
At the same
Yeah.
time, that
Not
this-
these, the black lemonade ones are worse. They were like, they're pitch black. You can't even see through them.
Oh, well, yeah,
Same
there's
brand.
the XTC, the black tea ones were like the ones that would just, yeah.
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 Especially when you're 15.
and there was another one
Blondies.
with a different label, and the
They had
label
a
was a
bunch of
brain,
Yeah.
and it was like an energy. It was like the original energy drink.
Mm-hmm.
This was 20 years ago.
I was saying, yeah, 'cause I
So,
was like 14, 15, so that's already like 16
Now,
years
at
ago.
the same time that this was out and popular,
Yeah.
there was a company in the same town. It might have been the same guy, but they were making death cigarettes. It was an all black,
I haven't smoked them, but I've seen them, yeah.
all black package of cigarettes. They didn't come in a box. They were just like soft pack only. And the warning label, it was a skull and crossbones.
Yeah.
And the warning label on the side did not comply with the Surgeon General warning. The warning on the side said, "Warning: do not smoke cigarettes. They will kill you."
People just like, yeah.
And they sold more than they could make. They were constantly.
This is crazy that this is just like the same exact label since the 90s. Like, none of it's changed.
It's still a small company, and you'll never find this
I'm
product
surprised that
in a
it is still
department
around.
store, grocery store, 7-Eleven. They'll only sell
They
to
sold them at
small
Blondie's.
private stores.
But see, you know what sucks for them probably is Jones Soda has kind of taken over their
Same
business.
company.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Really? Then why don't they sell these still around?
I believe they made the Jones Company to be like a retail.
I love Jones Soda. I don't drink soda. I didn't know they were the same company.
But I could be wrong, but
Yeah, because
Uh,
Blondies
or
used to
if
always
it's
sell
not the
these,
same-
and then Jones took them over.
if it's not the same company, they were bottled in the same way.
Oh, that might be more true
Large.
because I can't find these anywhere. And
Um,
anytime I do, it is this like
You know, when I found
That's
them,
my
the only
middle
place
school
you could get
years.
them was at Hot Topic or a few
Hot
local
Topic did
cafes.
sell.
That was it.
Hot Topic. But it was good with Blondies. Oh, Topic available.
But I'm looking forward to cracking open the maple chocolate covered maple smoked bacon soda.
Yeah, I don't know.
If you love bacon, then you're probably gonna love this.
I
And
don't
then
know.
when we open that one and taste it, I will bring something else for you. So we'll do a sample of. And if we get more people, like this big audience here that's behind the camera, when that's big enough, then we'll see if there's you can give us a 6-pack to give everybody.
Yeah, totally, man.
And I'd like to thank you. I'd like to thank the audience for being here. You're all being very quiet. It's very nice of you, because these microphones are very shitty and they pick up a lot of noise. And I just want to say thank you all very much for being here, and I hope you come back next week. You like that?
Yeah.
There's no one here. I'm just kidding. You guys are real.
You guys are great.
Now you know about the points, right?
You said you were gonna, or maybe it was Leo.
Yeah, Leo wants to like have some models like bound all suspended.
I've actually always wanted to do suspension bondage, and I've never been able to do it.
Why is that?
Because every time I try to do it somewhere, I'm always at like a public place, and it's like a line.
Oh. Well, why don't you?
And I've had people say that they're gonna do it with me, but I have to wait, and then like by that time I get like distracted.
Why don't you just call one of the riggers and make an appointment?
Because
You don't.
when I go to things, it's not
You don't have
like.
to, you can do it in the privacy of someone's home.
Oh, I know, but I don't
You know my
know
quest?
anybody. Huh?
You know my request?
Not personally.
Yes. I'd be happy to tie you up. I have introduced you to many young, curious ladies who have been showing them the ropes. So, that's the oldest rigger joke ever. But, and then
I've been
Dan.
tied up, I just haven't been suspended.
Okay, well, Dan is going to be here next week. I don't think he's going to bring any ropes or anything.
Well, don't.
But, you know, if you want, we can go to, we can go to the upper floor. And
I'm
there's
invited
almost
to this.
always there.
I am invited to this every Sunday.
This Sunday?
Every Sunday.
Every Sunday. Oh, well,
I've never been,
Let's
but
go.
they constantly try to make me go.
what, try to make you go?
For a
Are
while.
you saying you don't want to go?
No, I don't want to go by myself. I don't feel, because like I told you, I was like, I got an email from somebody making it seem like you were going to be pressured to do certain things, and when I said that there's certain things I won't do, they were like, well, there's free alcohol. And I'm like, yeah, you're not making me any more
Okay.
comfortable.
I will go. I will take you there. You will not drink alcohol.
No, I want to drink
You can
alcohol.
drink
I just
all-
don't want to be pressured to do
I
things
will
that I
make
want
sure
to
that you're
do.
not pressured
I'm
to
willing to
do
do
it.
a lot of things. They just have my certain limits of things I will do on camera in public.
Then write them down, and I will make sure that those limits are honored and respected.
And I know that they don't like push you to do something. I'm just saying, like when I
No.
said I didn't want to be pressured, and that was their response. It's
Yeah.
like that's not a good response.
That's
You're not
not a good
making me
response.
more comfortable. And this is one of the main things that I don't feel uncomfortable around. But I'm like, yeah, wrong response. So I totally appreciate it for that one. That's great. I do. My two favorite things.
Would you like
all
to? We're
food and
talking about
naked
the upper
dishes.
floor.
The upper floor,
Have you been to the upper floor?
up there?
Yeah.
No, I've never been here before.
Don't you have to dress
like
like
to go?
kind of fancy?
Up there? Yeah, hang out. Sure. Sure, I'll do that. I won't dress up though.
Yeah, don't you have to dress
No.
up? I thought that was the whole
No,
point of the upper
it's a
floor.
black tie
Classy.
thing for men. The women just kind of,
Oh.
usually,
On
I mean,
camera, you
yeah.
have to be
If you
dressed
don't wanna
nice
wear-
and naked.
you don't want to wear jeans.
It's supposed to be formal for men. Right?
Yeah, that's the whole difference. Yeah.
But, you know, you don't have to.
I have a lot of
You don't have to
really
wear
nice
out like that.
underwear. That's the one. That's the one girly thing about me. I spend a lot of money.
You know, my little sister, she's 16, and she, not watching this, so I can say it. She says that she feels most comfortable when her undies match.
Yeah, totally.
I'm an anarchist. I don't wear underwear.
Oh, I like my really nice underwear, but it's something I feel comfortable. But
Most of
I
the time.
actually, in public, strangely enough, feel more naked, or more comfortable naked than in clothes.
It's an interesting way to be.
Yeah, because
You
clothes
threatened to
fits
be-
you funny and stuff, and I
You
feel
threatened to
like
get naked last time you were on.
I feel like I
it's a threat.
You threatened us, yes.
feel
No.
damn comfortable.
Watch out!
when girls say
That's not a
otherwise.
threat. You can just be like, you're allowed to take your clothes off. You're open.
You can take your clothes off. I doubt they care. It is. This is associated with.
Anytime I go to bag, I'm naked within seconds. Actually, last time I went to bag, I lost my clothes because I forgot I had clothes when I got back.
Well, we
So the
have,
first time it happened.
this is an establishment that serves alcohol, so there can be no nudity.
Pasties
In
are
this
okay.
location.
Oh,
Well, yeah, bag is the
Pasties are
same way. You have to nipple tape
Jump
and a
in.
thong, and that's fine. And I'm like, come on.
I have a merkin and pasties. Swarovski grade. Yeah, rhinestones. Little task.
I don't think a merkin is acceptable. I think you have to have
50% of your butt covered.
No,
What
a
if there's a
G-string is
merkin- a
acceptable.
G-string?
but
A
it has to
merkin
be-
with a string.
Yes, a merkin with a string can't be glued on.
Tape.
I am all the
Oh, look, John Graham's calling me. I'm not gonna answer that.
Yeah, well, I'm
Really?
gonna.
You wanna have him on the
I
show?
should've done it earlier.
I mean, we could put him on the
I'm
show.
going to use
Well,
this.
maybe ask him if he wants to be on.
I don't know. John Graham is crazy, man. So, yeah, sure. Hey, John Graham, do you want to be on the radio? I'm on the radio right now.
Tell him the subject.
We're talking about what makes a whore.
What is a whore?
Can you hear me? No, he butt dialed me. And it's 2014, and this man is still butt dialing me.
2014.
And he is butt dialing me.
Some people lock their screens.
No, he doesn't know how that works.
It's like he's got a flip phone and he butt down me. I don't know how he does it.
I've got all these people here. I can call them all up and ask them if they want to talk, but I don't know what they're doing. I got this nice Southern belly. Issy, would probably want to talk to talk.
Aslan said that he's finishing up and should be over in a bit.
Is there anybody watching?
Who is?
Aslan.
Oh, good. Apparently Victoria, my girlfriend,
Hi.
can't find she can't find us.
No. We probably fucked something up.
Hi. Wait.
I told her to
Can
search
anybody
for
find us?
Pet Talk.
We should have probably just put up a link.
What does the red bar say?
Wait, this is in Google Hangouts?
Yes.
That's not YouTube.
Yes, it is YouTube.
It gets
Google
sent to
Hangout
YouTube.
is YouTube.
Can't
Yes,
you
it's
broadcast on your YouTube channel?
And then you send the link to your Facebook page that's called Fat
Oh.
Talk.
Okay.
Pet Talk.
But if you go to the channel, you can't find the live broadcast?
Because it probably, I don't know.
I don't know.
I know that if you
No,
go to
I
the
just
channel,
told Leo to look there.
well,
I'm gonna give her the name of the show. Maybe she can find it that way.
I can look it up. Oh, man. Fred sent me a text. It says,
Oh, what is a whore?
Yeah.
That's the name of the show.
That is the name of this episode. What is a whore?
Oh, okay. Search by
So
episode.
she's been missing it the whole. I'm just gonna call her. Put her on the show.
I looked up Fat
She's my
Talk.
little whore.
Oh.
She's your little whore?
Do you have something for it?
Something for a headache.
I hear, smell your armpit. It'll help your headache. Male scent.
I actually,
Really?
I think I might have.
My own?
Armpit. Yeah, I would just smell your
I've never heard of
I have
that.
an ibuprofen in my pocket.
Wow, look at you. Fucking drug
Yeah.
dealer.
Oh, ibuprofen.
This is whoops.
Oh, yeah. That will work.
They're 600 milligrams.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, thanks.
Tell them
Are we FetTalkLive.com?
yes. No, Fet Talk SF.
Oh, Fat
Wait,
Talk.
what are we?
SF.
What is it? It's Fet Talk.
I've been up since 5,
I have no
so
idea.
that's why I've been a little
I mean, I know
Oh,
we're
see.
I
broadcasting.
found us at Fat Talk
starting to perk
SF
up.
Okay.
on Twitter. We have 169 followers. We need to work on our social.
On Twitter?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're following 1,100 people.
Well,
And our last tweet was on the 1st of April.
that's because I don't do any tweeting.
You're terrible at tweeting. We need to
I know. I need a tweeter.
tweet more. That'd be a twat. Fat Talk SF, York and Joy Cock.
What?
Yeah, that's a tweet.
Okay.
Hypno cock.
Wait, do we have a official hashtag?
We should. I don't know. How do you
Yeah.
create a hashtag?
You just hash.
You just
And you
hash.
say there's this is it, and if you want to tweet at us, you
Mhm.
hashtag today's show.
It's like
That's a whore.
Yeah, it's a
or
form of like indexing across.
we gotta get you up to speed on the
web
internet,
pages.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, we
Yes,
definitely do.
we should definitely be hashtagging this shit.
We should hashtag the shit out of this hashtag.
Oh, look, here we are.
There you
We're
found it.
live.
Are we live?
You found
We
it.
can watch
I found
ourselves.
us. I
Oh, okay.
searched what is a whore.
You search what is a whore. But
Yeah.
does it say Pet Talk Video on there, or? Oh, that's weird.
So I'm actually, this is interesting. I never
Let me
heard this
get the
before.
delay. Yeah.
Yeah, there is a delay, and I got to turn the screen rotation device on. But we're here. We're live.
Yeah.
Let's see. We're on the internet.
Oh, you got Alfonso via, eh?
I'm gonna add him on Facebook.
I'll put it in the
Hey, we
podcast.
have mutual friends, Robinson, Stephanie Miller,
Yes.
John Rinaldi,
Oh, yes.
yeah,
Check it out.
Elizabeth Jane Cole. You know Liz. You know Scott Evans Liz. Elizabeth Cole. You know, Groucho Fractal, crazy dude, lives up like Philly. He's here in town. He's 3D printing food.
Oh, we need to get him on the show.
Yeah, Scott's in town. Let's call him up.
Let's call him.
I'll call Scott.
Wow.
Scott Beeben.
You could 3D print.
Beeben,
Groucho
Fractal. The government's 3D printing a sub
I
right
know.
now.
I've heard they can 3D print organs now.
No.
There's also the 3D printing a cask that has these electrodes hooked up to
Oh,
it.
yeah, I
That's
saw that
for the
recently.
sonic.
Oh yeah.
Alright, I'm
Yeah,
calling
that's
Scott.
awesome. And
I've
just
seen
a
some
custom
3D
made-
printed castles.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a way to
I
make
3D
Brady.
printed my mom.
It'll go all nasty.
I'm traveling.
I 3D printed my own Porsche. once.
Yeah, the
I 3D
vibrations
printed
would
my own
separate.
Porsche.
Huh?
If
The-
a 3D
the
printer
vibrations
prints sex
accelerate.
toys, is it a
Not
whore?
the cats.
No, I understand that. Yeah. I know that whole concept.
Cats do that too.
If a
You'll
whore,
heal faster
if
if
a
your
whore
cat's hard.
offers
Mhm.
to sell sex in the woods and nobody's there to purchase it, is she a whore? Scott took me to it.
So if we could mimic the frequency of a cat's purr.
That's what they try to do.
Yeah.
Ah, that was pretty bad.
So
Scott Beeben's not
Your
a
question
if
is
there's a
funny to me.
whore
or
in a
your riddle.
box.
Well, I guess you can't tell until you
Right.
open the box.
Right. Is it shorter?
Yeah, shortage is whore. I like that, shortage is whore. That sounds like a good like punk band. like math rock punk band.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, math rock punk band. That's it. I'm gonna start to. Yeah, actually, I'm gonna start making synth pop surf rock. Yeah. Think like Man or Astro Man meets Woodstock and telepop music. That'll be great. I'm gonna make this. It's a thing. Got it. Look!
Who's
Getting a call.
vibrating? Is that me? Alright. I got 4 messages.
What do they say?
Victoria says I love you.
Hi, I love you too. I
Okay.
don't even know her.
Oh, wait. What did she say?
See you.
See you. Okay.
Hi, we're
So-
not talking about anything, but hello.
We're talking about her. So
Okay.
we are talking about something. And Scott.
And Scott's not on the phone right now. He's in Oakland, busy printing food. Anyway, he was at Hacked Organic Saturday. I missed him. I feel like an asshole.
Well, we have a person who's on his way to the show now
Really?
who also makes sex toys.
Oh, who's this?
He and I know he's bringing me some. He has a helmet with the handlebars and tassels. It's all pink, and a little E wire. This
EL wire.
EL wire that
Yeah,
says slut, and it's basically a face button.
Oh.
And he also has the device that I think he's bringing tonight is the Super Slut 9000. It's the Android app.
Oh, is this the guy that had the mask?
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Did
What's
you show that last week?
Wait,
No, it was
wasn't it a color?
2 weeks ago. So the Super Slut 9000 has it's Bluetooth headphones inside
Yeah.
a leather mask.
Well, he didn't have the mask yet.
He didn't have
but
the mask.
It was when I would put on a mask on me, and you put on headphones.
That's right.
Oh,
And then there's an app that gives you commands telling you what to do, and so nobody else can hear.
And that was all done
Yeah.
after the show. So remember
Oh,
that.
right.
Yeah.
You're
Because
right.
he lives for it. When he gets off work, he has to drive an hour. So
Didn't he also bring that color, the electric color?
yes, he has a lot of electric toys as well.
Yeah. Because I tried that one out. That was.
He's on his way. I don't know how long ago he sent that message, but that was at 7:27. So yeah. Okay. And my wife was thinking before. So let's take a moment
Of silence?
and see if we can get a few more viewers. I don't have Facebook on my phone because it takes like fucking memory, and then it slows my phone down.
I think you need a
I have the
new phone.
shittiest
No,
phone
I
ever.
like my phone.
No, I have the
Oh,
shittiest phone
okay.
ever, and Facebook works on my phone, so.
It works
I
really
have
Look
well.
at my phone.
I just don't have a lot of
That's
memory.
I have an iPhone
I have
5S.
to get the
Yeah,
memory
that'll work.
card.
Oh, that's
That'll do it.
I don't have
I
any
still
phone
use
problems.
Facebook, but I use it on Chrome.
I added you as friends.
You know, I am accepting it right now. Oh wait, did I request you?
I requested you. I found you.
And there you are. What does the C stand for?
Clarissa.
Did I just say that out loud? No, C stands for whore.
Yeah, C stands for horror. Alaric stands for horror, and Moore stands for horror.
So whore.
Horror.
You said number 4 Sunday?
What?
This Sunday? Number 4?
That's like
Upper floor. I do
the
that.
poor Santa Claus.
Sometimes, but not
Poor.
Trying to
I
be.
think, yeah, but
Merry
usually do
horse
like
fest.
2 or 3 times
They do
a month.
brunches.
Yeah.
That's how you know where you are. You can
Well,
just
I'd
have-
be interested to go with you one time.
Okay.
No.
we'll make those arrangements.
Yeah.
I can give Stefanos a call. Get on that.
I get the invites into my mailbox, but I get so many invites from King, I just can't check
Wait.
them all.
Oh, the invite for.
Okay, sorry.
Oh yeah. Austin sent me one. But yeah.
I used to be like not on King, but I used to be like not professionally, but a semi-performer for like parties and stuff.
A semi-performer.
Well, that's what I was told I was called, and I got in for free to parties and free drinks to get beaten on stage.
Okay, that makes you a performer.
Yeah. I
That
always
makes you a
feel
whore.
I always
actually.
feel weird saying I'm a performer, but
You're just a-
I like getting beaten in public too. It's great. It's fabulous.
You know, I used to date this girl who really liked being in public and humiliated in public in places, but not in places where you would expect that. You know, like just going to the grocery store, shop. She wanted me to like grab her by the hair and slap her in the face and say, "Stop looking at that man, you fucking whore!" And then knock her to her knees.
Yeah,
kick
that
her
could get
in
you
the
in
ribs.
trouble.
Yeah, but that's what she would like.
Oh,
she would
yeah.
like to. She would intentionally flirt with other people so that I would slap her around.
Yeah, and then is it still fun when somebody calls the police?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because then the police, we get to explain to the police.
Like that's
All
how
right,
you
well, be
think.
You
careful.
guys, I need to bring this to you. I'm hungry.
I am too. This
I
is
was
a
thinking
pizza.
about, I can't eat. I was thinking I might just go to the Sycamore and hang out in the back and find a joint and eat some lamb sliders.
That sounds amazing.
What?
Lamb sliders.
Lamb
Yeah.
sliders?
With
Joint.
That
the
just makes my dick
Sycamore
hard.
is my place, my joints, my mom's.
Hmm.
I was thinking I would go there, and I don't drink. They have beer and wine, and they have a back patio that I can chain smoke in.
I
Well,
had
maybe we could take the whole rig
We
and go finish the
We
show.
could talk to everybody there. I'm sure. Actually, it probably is going to start getting crowded because it's 8 o'clock, and they do. I can't remember if they do one of. Okay, so
yeah,
there's two
there'd
terrible
probably be way
things
too
on the
noisy in
planet.
there to
There's
set
two
this kind of
terrible
thing
things
up.
on the planet. One of them is trivia, pub quiz. I hate pub quiz. It's a thing that emasculated men do to show off their lack of intelligence to their ugly girlfriends. Stupid. And then bingo, which is even worse.
Yeah, it takes no intelligence.
Bingo's on Wednesday. My friend Charlie Knott
win
does
money
it.
at bingo. And
Not
Oh,
the
yeah,
Sycamore, but I hate bingo. It's not a pub activity.
No.
Neither is pub quiz.
my mom always thinks it's funny because the only time she had wanted to get
What's
bingo
that?
was at a Jewish temple or whatever, and she's Catholic.
Well, that's okay. Maybe
She was like, "What is this telling me?"
That's Jewish. The Jews are better than the Catholics anyway.
Well, the Catholics are really good at being this. Being
Exactly.
raised Catholic, yeah, we know how to hate ourselves.
Yeah, see, I don't have that. Although self-hating is
Be
good.
ashamed of everything.
Yeah, I was gonna go to the Sycamore and get me a soda and I'm drinking so much goddamn soda. Glass of water and some food and find a joint.
stroke that Jonas. With my hand.
Okay.
Go ahead, John.
That I need weed. I'm not a weed.
So,
The moose.
I don't know how to do a share thing. Oh, wait. Here we go. Share.
Well, do you
Can I
want to
share?
wrap up the show? Well, you guys
Um,
can
I'm gonna go read this.
Bye.
You're just like,
All right. Now, so sliders.
Peace out. Last name out, first name.
Should we take the?
Well, don't you have somebody?
I don't
coming
think
here?
that'll work at the Sycamore, because they might be doing one of those.
Well,
They
we
might
have
be-
a couple people coming.
Yeah,
Okay.
just be like, bye.
Then let me just say thank you so much for being
Yeah, no,
here.
I really enjoyed
Have a
coming.
great, safe road trip. And,
I will be back mid to late May. In the
that's
meantime,
not
you can call me up or I can Skype in.
we'll make. Oh, that would be great.
I
We
can
can
do the
that.
hangouts. Like,
Hanging out is good. Hangouts. I've still been trying to get.
I could give you guys a tour of my boat.
On Hangout.
I'd love to see
Yeah.
your photos.
Okay.
That'd be awesome.
Can you do it naked?
What kind of
I
boat?
could do it naked, I could do it blue, I could do it.
Can you do it while it's being pulled down?
Can you demonstrate your vibration?
I can do that while I'm driving. I won't do that yet, but I charge for that. But
Alright, sure.
I am more. But yeah, no, I could definitely we could do a hangout on my phone while I'm driving the boat because my father will be with me, and he's hilarious. He would love to talk about horse, and or whatever.
That would be awesome.
My father and I have a pretty close relationship, not a sexual one, but a good daughter-father relationship. Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah, we oftentimes like to discuss catheters at the dinner table. My stepmother being squeamish and just squeamish, she doesn't like it very much. But yeah, we'll be driving that thing. I'm gonna be leaving on Friday.
Okay. I have a daughter too. She's 24 now, but when she was 17, she came to my wedding.
I'm 24.
And interesting. And our wedding was at Mission Control,
Oh.
Kinky Salon.
Mm-hmm.
And after that, she became a regular. So we would have to call each other to make sure that we
One
weren't
was
there at the
there.
same time.
Yeah,
That's kind of awkward.
It would be kind of inappropriate.
I
I don't
mean,
care,
I was a
I just
stripper
wouldn't want-
for a few years.
Yeah,
and I
it's fine
stripped
if
for
she's
one of my
into it,
best
but you know, you don't wanna.
Yeah, I don't care what she does. I just don't want to walk into a room while she's being gangbanged.
You,
That's
In the
my
okay.
Yeah. Yeah, no. My father though, I don't know what his kinky predilections are.
Well, we can ask him.
We can ask him. I think he might blush. But, or he'll be like, daughter, let me tell you a story about that donkey show I saw in Mexico. He told me that story when I was 8. There is
Oh, wow.
no good reason an 8-year-old should
No.
know that story.
You know,
But I didn't understand
teaching
most
you
of it
about.
until I was older, and then I had a memory. It wasted upon me. I went, God, fuck, cunt, seasick, just sucker, fuck. The fuck? Why is it in my head? And now it's there forever. I'm just fucked. It wasn't moderating 7gen for 2 years. It was definitely that one story when I was 8 that fucked me up. That
my
one-
daughter was 9 when she said, Dad, this is really an appropriate conversation for you and a 9-year-old.
Yeah, dude.
Because I used to tell, like, this is a condom, and you need to keep one with you all the time. Yeah, I'm fucking 9 years old.
She's 9. She
Hey
doesn't
man,
know.
Just,
nowadays.
I'm not saying you need to use it, just keep it.
Just in case.
Because you never know,
Somebody could try to rape you.
And then
You
just
need
say, okay, you can do this, wear this, hold on.
to- At least be nice to your kids.
So,
But 9-year-olds really don't need to be talking about that. I think that comes to a point of like, there's some things. We should show this.
that's another
off.
show.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
another show. Emotional incest. I'm hungry, guys. I'm
Okay.
gonna start getting grumpy.
Yeah, well, I would love to follow you over there, but I have other guests coming, so,
It's been an hour and a half.
Probably.
it's a 3-hour show.
It's a 3-hour show.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that.
No,
I should have seen it before I showed up.
yeah, well,
That's all right.
we can end
I mean,
it.
it's a 3-hour
Actually,
show. You can eat and come back.
Yeah, you can eat.
Sure, I can come back. I don't have
Take a
anything
break.
until 10.
We can take a break and we do, do another show after let's do that.
Oh,
Because we don't have anybody watching anyway. Because I didn't
Nobody?
promote it. No, I didn't promote it. Maybe Victoria's
Oh.
watching.
Okay.
Victoria, if you're watching, will you call me?
Oh, here, I'm gonna go.
Bye. You have to promote it early
Oh.
if you want. After you guys.
Oh, I know. I didn't know I was going to do this.
Yeah.
Well,
I love
now
this
you
show.
know for next time.
So, We'll be back in a half hour. Where's my mouse? Where is my mouse?